Okay. So, all right, what's going on, guys? Today I'm doing my follow-up on the Samyang 35mm 1.4. So I did a initial unboxing video. You may have seen that. I said I was gonna do a follow-up after I did my wedding, and I had the wedding, I don't know, like a month ago or so. And yeah, I didn't get a chance to put this video up or even make this video because I ended up getting sick towards the end of December for a couple of weeks. But anyways, basically, I mean, just to wrap it up in a nutshell, this is like a pretty good lens. I don't know, I guess you can say an excellent lens. I'm really happy with the way that this performed. I had a whole, it was probably like a 9-hour wedding. I don't think I can remember one point throughout the whole wedding where I actually had a problem with the lens. There was no focusing issues. There was no photo issues, nothing that I saw. I mean, yeah, it missed focus on some photos, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, the autofocus was awesome. What I did notice is every time the camera caught a face, you know, the face recognition or even at the eye detection if I was using it, and I snapped a photo, it grabbed it had the face in focus. And that was probably 90% of the time. So there's not a lot of photos, I have my computer right here, but there's not a lot of photos that were not in focus. So that is definitely a good thing. I was really happy with it. I was actually surprised that it worked this well. And here's another thing. I didn't even use my 85mm once during the whole wedding. I had this on for like 60% of the time. You know, when you're using an 85, you got to have a lot of distance there between you and your subjects. So, you know, obviously that comes into play, you know, where they're getting ready, where the reception is, this, that. But yeah, I mean, I used this lens for just about everything. So yeah, it really did not let me down. I was actually surprised. I'm not going to compare the autofocus with a Sony lens because obviously a Sony lens is going to work a little bit better than any third-party lens. You would hope anyways. Just overall, it was good to work with. So I think it was a steal for like, I think I paid $480 for this. The images are really sharp and I have some images on my computer right here. And so what I want to do right now is just kind of go through some of these photos because there's a couple photos that stand out in terms of the reliability of the autofocus on this lens. So let's go ahead and jump into my computer and let me show you these photos and then we'll go from there. Okay, so basically I just flagged a couple photos here that I wanted to go over with you guys. And you can see, hopefully this thing's recording. So you can see, here are my settings. You can see I have the Samyang 35mm 1.4 on. So this is the first photo. And basically, you know, this caught the face right through the veil. So, you know, I have had some issues with my 85 Canon. I use a Canon 85 with the MC11 adapter on my Sony A7III. And I have had a few issues where it didn't catch eye or face detection through the veil. So that's a good thing that this did. And in this photo, it's definitely on the face. So I was super happy about that. Now the next, I just have like 3 or 4 photos here. And basically I'm shooting into the sun. And usually this is where you're gonna have a lot of problems with autofocus and face recognition or just focus in any scenario. I didn't have any issues shooting into the sun, which you'll see here. So here's the first photo. If I zoom in, she's definitely in focus. No issues there. And I'm just getting a bunch of photos here. Some of these are edited, some aren't. So that's why they're gonna look a little bit different. But you can see this one's in focus as well. Here I'm really shooting into the sun. You can see the sun is right back here and still in focus. Obviously it's softer because it's gonna be because you're shooting into the sun. But definitely the focus is still right there. I mean, no issues. And I'm shooting, this is at f4.0, so it's not wide open, but still it's not bad. And then this one here, she's looking right at the camera again. the sun is right back there, and she's completely in focus. This is f4.0 again. So yeah, and then one other photo I just wanted to show is like motion. So they're leaving the church right here. They're coming down the stairs, and I'm just kind of, you know, taking a bunch of shots, and it's hitting focus. So this is just one. You can see it's completely in focus here on the eye. And here I'm shooting at 1.8. So this is not all the way open at 1.4, but close enough. And you can see that it's completely in focus here. So, so yeah, those are just the photos I wanted to go through. Talk about my experience with the lens. Again, I had no problems. I was pretty amped about it. I kept it on for the majority of the wedding. It was a lot of fun to shoot with. In the beginning, I was a little worried I might have issues, but like halfway through the wedding, I was like, this thing's going pretty solid, and it really never came off. A few times it came off of the camera, but for the most part, it stayed on. So, so yeah, I mean, that's a real life use of the Samyang 35mm 1.4 for a wedding. I mean, that's a pretty good test for a lens, in my opinion. So yeah, I would definitely say it's okay to purchase if you want to pick this thing up. But yeah, that's about it. If you have any questions or whatever, just put them down in the comments below. Feel free to subscribe, and yeah, I will see you guys on the next video. So take it easy.